the character of one's life identifies one master. Remember what Romans 2:13 says. For it's not the hearers of the Torah who are just before God, but the doers of the Torah will be justified. Well, we're going to ask this question now. We'll answer it as we go along. Well, is Paul telling us then that you get justified by doing things? Well, you know the answer to that. No. He's pointing out here that the pattern of your life will identify your master. Right? The pattern of your life will identify who you serve. Either of sin resulting in death or obedience resulting in righteousness. Two options in parallel. Slave to sin brings what? Death. Slave to obedience brings righteousness. Now maybe you don't like the word slaves. You know, doulos can be a servant. It can be, but maybe an indentured servant. But it's at least you have a master and you're supposed to say yes, sir, when that master tells you what to do. These parallel terms, I think, are insightful. What would we expect? If you're a slave to sin, it brings death. If you're a slave to obedience, it brings life. Right? Life and death are opposite. So why does he say, instead of slave to obedience brings life, why does he say it brings righteousness? Because, I'll answer my question before I get to it here. Well, maybe it's in the next slide. What do we learn from Paul's choice of words here? Life and righteousness are equated. But life results from what God has given us as a free gift, not from our good works. Our eternal life is a free gift from God. We didn't earn it. And we don't earn it now. And somebody's going to immediately say, and if you don't remember anything I've said, I hope you remember this. When somebody says, well, if you really believe that, if you believe that God has given you eternal life, then why would you work so hard to be obedient to Him? It doesn't matter. You got it. It's secure. It's guaranteed. You can live any way you want. Isn't that what Paul is fighting here? I mean, this is talking about this. What's the answer to that? What's the answer when somebody says to you, well, if you believe that you have the eternal life given to you, it's secure, it's guaranteed, nothing can change it, then what's the motive for you to live a life of righteousness? Say again? Gratitude? Yes? Relationship? Love? Yeah. And identity? There's one more thing. Something has changed in me. Something's changed. We love Him because of what He's done for us. He's changed us.